this week's episode of the House of Blurgs podcast. We are your hosts. This is Nicole.
And Armani here.
And we are back after our nice little hiatus, aka vacation.
Yes, welcome to 2020, guys.
Welcome to 2020. And 2020 has started off on kind of a somber note, so we definitely can't jump in anything without first saying rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna.
And the 7 other people that died on a helicopter crash.
Yeah, definitely a very sad... That was a tough week, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even a Laker fan. I'm a Celtics fan, but I can honestly admit that my Celtics wouldn't be as great as they are or were, because, you know, it's kind of rough right now. We good. Without the talent that was Kobe Bryant, because he made everyone around step their game up. So definitely a tough loss. It was a tough week. I mean, that was tough.
It was, because even if you weren't a basketball fan, you knew Kobe Bryant. And you knew his mentality. You loved Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So definitely hate to see him go so soon and to go in such a sad way, for sure. We are not going to jump into and discuss the craziness that has transpired on some of the social media, the kind of negativity that people have tried to bring in, because I just want to keep that. I just want to kill it. I don't even want to address it or touch on it at this time. Like some of the things that people have said and, you know, the Gayle King stuff. We will touch on that stuff at a later date. But those are some definite discussions that need to be had. But right now, it's still too soon to have those conversations. So for now, you know, shout out to Laker Nation and Kobe fans, just sports fans, and just anybody in general.
Yeah, anyone who this loss is just really hitting.
Yes. I think this also showed us that it's important to let people that you care about and admire know that you care about it, because you never know what that last conversation is going to be like. And I do appreciate the conversations around men, in particular Black men, being able to express their emotions openly and in public spaces, because they should be. They should not be scared of any kind of reaction. And yeah, you know, if you got something going on, you know, put in them use that PTO, take a day or two off. Like, you got to take time to like feel what you're feeling and digest it.
And like we always say, be kind, especially in times.
Yes, for sure. So all right, so let's jump into what we're talking about today. So first up, this is going to be just kind of a breeze back in kind of podcast, let you know what we're doing, what's going on, and
what we've been up to.
Yeah, and what to look forward to in 2020, because we got some things on deck this year. So first up, we're going to chit chat, talk about the Oscars. We just watched those. And what do you think about that?
I like the performance. I like Janelle Monáe's performance in the beginning. It was really beautiful. Even though I also didn't understand why they had so many callbacks to previous films that weren't nominated Oscars.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that got me. I didn't understand why people were dressed. Like, the only costumes that were relevant, I feel like, to this year were Little Women and Joker. Otherwise, like, Us, like, people were dressed up like the cast from Us. That was not nominated this year. Dolomite, not nominated for any awards. So those are just kind of interesting.
It felt like they tried to make the Oscar extra black. Like they were just trying to pull back in that black vote.
Oh, God. First off, I think they were trying to be diverse and inclusive, period, not only just for Black people. And boy, did they fuck that up. First off, okay, so Janelle Monáe's performance opening up the Oscars, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was entertaining. Brad Pitt did not want to sing with her. That crowd participation, probably not the best idea with that crowd, but I mean, she still did her thing and went off. Yeah, that was her and Idina Menzel, because I love me some Idina Menzel. So anytime she sings anything, anywhere, I'm here for it. I love the fact that they had all the different Elsas singing in different languages. Like, that was dope.
Yeah, it just made you more aware of how diverse everything is and how it has. Like, it never crossed my mind that Disney had to dub their movies or sub their movies. Dub their movies?
Re-record in different languages, I guess. Yeah, I never thought about that. When we think about, like, granted, there's singers of all languages across the world that are the caliber of Idina Menzel. But yeah, you don't think about the fact that that has to be re-recorded in other languages. And in that greatness, like, that's just like, man. So now I kind of maybe see why maybe Disney movies are so expensive. Because you got to go out, you got to scout talented singers from other countries. Like, here, it's maybe a little easier just because we see these people. We know them. Like, they're on TV already. So finding them to do these roles probably is not as difficult as now having to go out and
scout through other countries and who's hot there.
Yeah, and music artists and who's not problematic and shit like that. Because you don't want to get that singer that's awesome, but you got a problematic ass Twitter, you know. That could be. But yeah, anyway, so performances were great.
Brad Pitt won his first acting Oscar last night.
Yes, he did. And that's the only award we give a fuck. Well, not the only award, but yeah, it was nice to see Brad Pitt win for that movie that I was.
Yeah, that's what I was about to felt. Like, this shouldn't have been his Oscar. Like, I'm happy he got it.
There are so many movies. Brad Pitt should have won an Oscar for Seven. Brad Pitt should have won an Oscar for, I don't know, just something. But Seven for sure. He definitely deserves.
Dude, I would have taken it for Inglourious Basterds.
His Aldo Rain performance was no, because we're not gonna dive into Inglourious Basterds. But needless to say, yeah, there were some better Brad Pitt performances, but yeah, I mean, I guess this is because this was my least favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I think that's why I feel the way I do about that. But shout out to him, congratulations to Brad Pitt. Hair Love.
Yes, Hair Love. The black animated short, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out now.
If you're listening to this podcast and haven't listened to Hair Love, then I don't understand. Like, if you're listening to this black-ass, blurred podcast, but you've not watched the animated short Hair Love, I would love to know why. So please feel free to @me on social media and let me know how you have not watched Hair Love yet. Quite frankly, if you follow me on any social media, I've posted several times. So yeah, you're just not clicking on things then. But Hair Love, yes, won. That was the one award I really cared about. So I'm glad it was the third one and it was so early in the show because I do a lot of stuff after, for sure. What else? Parasite.
It swept the nominations.
Parasite has cleaned up award season, period. Okay, so we went and seen Parasite after what, the Golden Globes, maybe?
Yeah.
So it was pretty still, I guess, fairly early in award season after it was winning, and it was like, okay, what is this movie? And I thought this movie was about some kind of like zombie apocalypse or some kind of post-apocalyptic, like, with the name Parasite, I thought it was a horror movie like that. Something crazy. But that's not what it was.
Yeah, it was more of a dark comedy, and I feel like it definitely deserved all the God.
Yes, it was. Parasite is absolutely amazing. We're not going to deep dive into Parasite because that is going to be on our next There Will Be Spoilers episode. We'll be talking about Parasite and The Gentleman.
Yeah, Gentleman.
Yeah, so those are the next two movies we will be covering on our next There Will Be Spoilers episode. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up soon. But yeah, they definitely deserve all the awards. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it before we spoil it.
Yeah, I feel like it also set a new tone for this year coming in, because the tone for this year has been inclusivity. Because it's the first international film to win Best Picture.
Yes, it was. And they also changed the category from foreign film to international film. So they renamed that category as well. So it definitely deserved it to win, no doubt whatsoever. But I think I'm just not a fan of the Oscars and their diversity attempts, because it's like they try.
And you know that they're trying. And
it just feels forced and it's trash, because the opening monologue, you put two of the funniest comedians in the world on stage together and the shit. It was the Steve Martin and Chris Rock thing was just uncomfortable, and it was not. It was uncomfortable to watch because it wasn't.
And it looked like they were also uncomfortable up there delivering their speeches.
Which is crazy. Yeah, that was bad. They brought out a young man who was the first person with Down syndrome to ever present at the Oscars, and they brought him out Shia LaBeouf. Why?
Well, after I did some research today, and they were co-stars on a film that I believe came out last year, if not the year before that, and it was about a kid with Down syndrome that wanted to leave his nursing home. That he was basically put into a nursing home and wanted to leave. And Shia LaBeouf's character was there to help him. It's kind of like a Huckleberry Finn in a way.
Okay, so let me just go back to my why was the kid there? The question was why the fuck was Shia LaBeouf? So I just want to, because I realized when I cut that why off, where that was at and how that could have sounded. So no, my why was Shia LaBeouf. Because Shia LaBeouf just seemed like he was rushing him. And like he kept calling it a tap. It looked like a hit because it was kind of hard. But like he just kept like hitting him like to do stuff. And I'm just like, if he hits that shot one more time, I'm going to climb to his TV and beat Shia LaBeouf's ass. Like who else? I would love to know who else was in that movie. Was there anybody else in that movie that could have done this?
Not that I saw. And it's just the laughing at him trying to get through his speech in general. It was inappropriate, hard to watch.
Yeah, I didn't like it because Shia LaBeouf like a complete utter ass. Yeah, so. And that's the Oscars. You got anything else from the Oscars?
No, that was pretty much it.
All right, and that was the 92nd annual Oscar Awards. So what are you watching? Like TV show wise, what are you watching?
So TV show wise, I just got done with the show Greenleaf, which is about a church family in Tennessee, I believe. They own this major church, and the drama that goes on in there, it's a very black show. It has not Vivica Fox.
You talking about the main actress? Lynn Whitfield?
There we go. Has Lynn Whitfield in it. She's amazing.
She's amazing. She's always amazing.
I'm surprised she hasn't won any award show, or I didn't hear about the show before.
Because the show is trash. No one's watching this but you. And the church going black folk.
Really, it's a church soap opera.
And I still watch soap operas. I am a faithful General Hospital ass watching person, and I ain't watching this. And I would love to know how you guys started watching.
I believe I just stumbled upon it and I watched it. And it was
shit
so
that I've
messy.
given you to watch.
It was just so messy. And we're going here. It's a good show.
I have given you so many other things to start watching in this.
I just got done with The Circle. Its first season. Circle is
it a social media show?
Yeah, it's social media show.
Okay, so I have not watched it yet, but I did see someone post on it, and I was like, once I finished up season 8 of The Arrow, I was gonna check.
It's definitely the height of the new trash TV era. Basically, they have 8 people in a hotel in all separate rooms, and they're running social media accounts through connected computers, so they're all only talking to each other through social media. And you have people that are catfishing people on there as themselves. So really, the point of the game is to be the most popular. Regardless of what you have. Very entertaining.
Interesting. Okay. I just wrapped up The Arrow season 8, which was the final season of Arrow. So if you're like me and which it's funny because I've talked to people that told them I'm watching Arrow, and I mentioned that I quit watching around season 3, and most of them like, so did I. Yeah, because it got kind of around season 3. So, but I did binge watch it on Netflix and skip through some of these flashbacks. Oliver has so many. Like that was the thing that happened. Like season 3 just made it like not that great. It's because there was just so many
episodes.
Yeah, there was just so many flashbacks, and it was like, all right, he's been off this island for a little while now. And it was getting a little it was a bit much. But anyway, so binge watched, all caught up, finished season 8. So good. Highly recommend if you stop watching Green Arrow or The Arrow, go back and do it. And honestly, so what I meant to tell you last night while I was watching it, they did a crossover, spoiler alert. So CW's DC shows are known for doing crossovers between the different shows. So like those shows they've all interchanged. And then the Crisis on Infinite Earth arc has now gone through all of the TV shows, including Black Lightning, which I have not seen the Black Lightning stuff because I was Black, but I'm going to start watching that again. But there was a scene in Arrow where the Flash went back, or was like doing what he do when he be running and going through time in space.
Flashpoint, yeah.
Yeah, doing his Flashpoint thing. And he ran into the Green Arrow from the movie. Ezra Miller was on Arrow.
The Flash from the movie.
Yeah, what did I say? Okay, whatever. He ran into the Flash movie. Y'all know what I mean. I'm so excited about it. He ran into the Flash from the movie. When I seen Ezra Miller, and I was watching this in bed and on my phone doing things, as most people do, when you're multitasking, and I heard his voice, and I looked up and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay. Yeah, because DC TV shows, so in the movies,
DC is gonna do with Marvel.
I don't think Marvel's afraid to. I just think they try to do so much. Like there was just a lot. Like there's a lot of story to tell, and they wanted to be able to do origin stories for everybody before they brought them into a movie. And then it just became, I think the problem was just the fact that you had Netflix created shows. So if you put those characters into a MCU movie, you were gonna have to cut Netflix some off the profit that you made from those movies. Disney is not, I'm sure, about trying to, share that check. As we saw when they tried to, up what they wanted from Sony about Spider-Man. So, yeah. So anyway, yes, Ezra Miller was on the episode. So I am dying to know what is going to happen next. Because at this point in season 8 of The Arrow, we've got Supergirl, you've got
Superman,
you've got Martian Manhunter, you've got Lex Luthor was brought in. I don't watch Supergirl, so these characters have probably all been on there for a while now. I believe they're all on Supergirl. Yeah, and I don't want to, this is not a There Will Be Spoilers episode, so I'm not going to really spoil the end of The Arrow season 8, but I don't know, there could be some Green Lantern in the future. So I'd be, yeah.
For film or show?
Probably show. At this point, just because the shows are so much better, I would hope it's a show as opposed to a movie. Because these movies just, I don't know what they're doing with the DCU movies. Although we haven't seen Birds of Prey yet, so I've heard that that's okay. Seems good.
Yeah, I've heard it's one of the best from the DC extended.
What was your favorite from the DC?
I'd have to say that Batman vs Superman, because that's the one. I think that's the only one.
Did you watch Wonder Woman?
I did not watch Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's the best movie, hands down. But okay, we'll do a follow up of Armani after she's watched Wonder Woman. Ooh.
I don't know. I couldn't get as involved, but I'll give it a chance.
Aquaman wasn't bad. I enjoyed Aquaman.
Oh, okay, no, Aquaman.
I was about to say.
Aquaman.
We know Jason Momoa was like your second favorite person on Earth.
Yep.
So that would. What else? Okay, so The Witcher. Of course, like most of the world, I watched The Witcher. Where are you at on The Witcher?
Still on.
What you watching? Greenleaf. Like what?
I had to
toss a coin to your Witcher. Oh, valley of plenty. We're not gonna do that. But could not.
On this sing-along episode.
Yes. The Witcher was so good. So it's based more off the books as opposed to the video game, which I'm happy about because I picked up the game and started playing it, and I put that down, and I'm like, this is. I don't think I'm gonna be doing The Witcher 3, people. I might just have to take that back to GameStop and exchange it for something, because your girl's not making it. Not coming off of Death Stranding, just finished Horizon Zero Dawn, playing A Plague's Tale. I don't have the mental capacity or the energy to play through The Witcher 3, so. But anyway, yeah, TV show based off the books. I think I'm going to add the books to my Audible car riding list. So I think I might check out. But the show is. So if you've not watched The Witcher, highly recommend The Witcher. What else are you watching? Anything else?
Not really.
Ooh, we lying. We watched You. Like
Oh yeah, we did watch You. See, it's.
I was super late to the You watching party because I did not watch season 1 until like after season 2 had been out for a minute, and like everyone
constantly clowned me for watching You.
Yes, I give you so much shit for watching that show, and then I watch it and I was like, oh man.
So don't sleep on Greenleaf, guys.
No. That's not what that means. So You, if you've not watched You on Netflix, you definitely should. It is a great, what is it even classified? Thriller, I guess.
Thriller drama, romantic thriller drama. I don't know.
Yeah. What's his name? What's the main dude's name?
Joe.
Joe. Yeah. So poor, like literally by
Poor
the
Joe.
Yes. And that is why I'm single. Because I have this inherent need to find broken things and fix them.
Broken? He'd be breaking it.
Joe just needed a hug. Oh gosh, yes. Joe. Poor Joe. At the end of season 2, it is poor Joe. But yeah, it's such a good show. It's such a great concept. Although I think we'll add that on to the end of our There Will Be Spoilers episode, because I do want to talk about how season 2 ended, but I don't want to throw it right now and spoil it. So we're not going to be spoiling anything on this episode. We will keep that in the There Will Be Stuff. But we need to talk about how You season 2 ended, but watch it. So we'll leave that there. And
what else did we see? We saw Knives Out. We did go see Knives Out.
We did go see Knives Out. So we went and see Knives Out in the movie theater. That was good. It was a good movie.
It was fun. It was.
There's going to be a sequel. There's going to be a sequel to Knives Out. I saw people on Twitter putting out who they'd want in their Knives Out sequel, and they were listing like all black cast. So I don't know if this is going to be like an actual sequel with the same family, or if it's going to be like a separate
like
sequel.
They're going to take it and make it like a Sherlock's Holmes type series.
Ooh,
with
yeah,
Blanc.
I guess you could have, Detective Blanc out solving other people's family drama. That'd be cool, because I don't want to watch a whole movie where they try to make this girl get her money back. Like, I'm not gonna sit through that for an or however long that would be. But so yeah, Knives Out is getting a sequel. So.
The only thing that I have to say is I don't know if I could sit there and listen to Daniel Craig with Alabama.
What the fuck was that accent?
That Southern Alabama molasses, whatever it was. He can keep. He could have just been British. It'd have made more sense for him to be British. The one time it would make sense.
Yeah. I would have liked to see a little more Lakeith Stanfield. Him being relegated to the weird sidekick.
It's kind of just nonchalant there.
Yeah, kind of partner.
See, and that's how I've been feeling about Licky lately. I've been feeling like he plays the same role.
Not in that movie he about to do with Issa Rae. That romance. I'm here for it. I will be sitting my single ass right in the movie theater on Valentine's Day watching that movie. Because I cannot wait. That movie just looks beautiful. It looks
so melanated, moisturized, and everything,
and hydrated. But yes, no. oddly enough, so my normal type, Lakeith Stanfield, is not. However, I am weirdly attracted to that. I don't know what it is, but I think it's because he's weird.
It's the weird anime thing. That's how they get. I told you, anime people are on the come up.
What does he have to do with anime?
I don't know. He seems like he likes anime. I thought I read
does
something.
watch anime. He looks like, yeah. Oh man, that's gonna make me not interested anymore. I'm just joking. Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield definitely watches it. What do you think you watch?
I would peg Lakeith Stanfield for, he'd probably be one of those lighthearted anime fans. Like he's watching Fairy Tail.
Ew. All right.
He said ew. He looks like he can at least pronounce never.
Unlike
Shots at Michael B. Yeah.
Shots fired. Pew pew pew. All right. So let's see. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. So let's talk about some of the things that we have upcoming.
Yes, so we have fan days in March.
Yes. So fan day. We're going back.
Back to where it all began.
Yes. Back to our convention for roots. We still have an interview that we did with Afshan Azad that we have not posted. So we're going to end up doing a bonus episode where we will post that episode or post that interview that we did with her at LeakyCon. So we'll probably end up posting that with our fan day.
Yeah, that works. So that it's all just...
Yeah, we'll do that then. Because that was such a great interview. It was so much fun. That was our first interview that we did.
Yeah, we got audio, we got video.
Yeah.
It was just, and she was just such a kind person.
She is. I wish that her pop had been out before we did that interview, because I totally would have bought that pop and then taken it with us, and had her sign it. And just asked her how she felt about being a freaking Funko Pop. That would have been such a great question. So.
And the interview wasn't even Harry Potter related. And I feel like it made it more fun.
Yeah.
For everyone involved.
She definitely enjoyed it. Her husband was there with her. He commented at the end how it was such a great interview, and that was one is because all the questions we asked weren't questions that they've gotten asked. So yeah, we will make sure we share that episode, that interview with you all. Yeah, so we got fan days coming up, but a little sooner because fan days is in March, so a little before fan days, I'm going to PAX East. So I'll be in Boston, where some of my favorite things come from.
Baked beans. Those come from Boston. Oh, and khakis.
First off, baked beans, not what I'm talking about. Oh. I am talking about that Boston accent. Yes, I'm gonna get my cat.
You like Boston baked beans.
The candy. I don't think those actually come from Boston, though. I don't think that's actually a Boston thing. But anyway, so no, I'm talking gingers. I'm talking accents. Yes, I can, and seafood. I'm excited. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'll be working, but I'm gonna do some sightseeing. See what I can see maybe on the floor. Take some pics. Last year at PAX West, I was fortunate enough to get to sit in on a really great panel that was hosted. It was a Black Twitter panel is what it was, and it was a really great panel. So we'll see. We do have some Black History Month things planned. Oh, okay, so it is now the 10th. This when we're recording this, it's Monday, and we're about halfway through Black. So make sure to check us out on Twitter. Okay, so if you're on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you should usually get on Twitter. Twitter's really the best. So it's better than everything else.
Yeah, it's cleaner.
Yeah. So I feel like Twitter, you're able to just engage with so many different... You're able to find nice strangers as opposed to having to deal with the people that you don't like that you know.
Yeah. No locals.
Yes, basically. So great things about Twitter is this Black History Month, there's so many great 29 days of Black ... So 28 days of Black cosplay was started. No, I'm saying 28 days was how the hashtag started, because normally it was 28 days in February when it started. Now there's 29 this month, yes. So it's, I was just saying, origin of the hashtag. It was started by, okay, so 28 days of Black cosplay was started by Shaka Cumberbatch. She is a cosplayer. Her cosplay is amazing. And she started this hashtag, I was in a year that had 28 days. 28 days of Black cosplay. Since then, it has taken on a life of its own. So it's such a great way to see so many different Black cosplayers out there.
Yeah, and a great way to get connected to them is you never really realize how much
you have in common with some of these.
Yeah, sure. How much you have in common and just how diverse things truly are, or I won't say how they truly are, but how, like, our people are out here doing it.
Yes, we are. Despite being told that, hey, that's not a black character, you shouldn't play that character. Especially because, you know, blackface is a thing and people still insist on doing blackface. But one of the things I love about the 28/29 days of black cosplay is you can see black and brown people cosplaying characters that aren't black and brown, but you can look at them and you know exactly who they are without them painting their faces white. It's a magical thing. Like, it is possible. So, who would have thunk? So, 29 days of black cosplay, because this year, February 29 days, isn't it? There's also 29 days of black podcasts started by Truly. I started that one. There is 29 days of black game pros as well, and the person who's been doing that has been highlighting different 29 days of black esports. That's what it is. Or blacks in esports. First off, I honestly didn't realize, because I don't really do esports, so I did not realize that
Rick Fox Sports.
Yo, yes. So my boo thing, Rick Fox, runs an esports league, or team. So I didn't know that. Things you learn during Black History Month. Yes, Rick Fox out here doing it. There's 29 days of black anime, 29 days of blacks in esports, and there is also another one that was started by one of the young ladies from Pretty Brown and Nerdy, or used to be on Pretty Brown and Nerdy. She's not on there anymore, but it is 29 days of black game pros. So that one highlights black people in the gaming industry. So developers, creators, people who are actually out here working for your game company. That's another amazing one, especially because we hear how hard it is to get in voice acting and how gatekeepers with that. So there's not a lot of people of color outside of the normal people who are already famous actors that are voice actors of color. But yeah, so the 29 days of black game pros has probably been one of them for sure. So definitely check those out. You can learn some things, find some great people to follow. I've got back on Twitter thanks to these hashtags.
Yes. What's your Nicole May Cry?
Yes.
Yeah, so check us out on Twitch, because I'll also be hijacking stuff.
Yeah. So it won't just be me. Armani will be on there sometimes, streaming whatever she's playing. So we'll have to update the bio. And yeah, it's kind of be it. But right now I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn on it. So I beat Horizon Zero Dawn. I did beat the main story. And Aloy, girl, if you have not played Horizon Zero Dawn, it is one thing you always hear about people say about Horizon Zero Dawn is how beautiful the scenery, it is a game that photo mode in video games was made for Horizon Zero Dawn. The landscape, the scenery, it is so beautiful. It is just breathtaking. It makes you want to go climb up a snowy mountain and just stand there and take it. Or it's breath for sure. But one of the things I did not expect was that there was going to be so many beautiful black in this game. This is the most diverse video game I have ever played. I have never seen so many people of color, so many shades of and moisturized black.
Moisturized, not that ashy gray black. We're talking to you, Fallout.
I wasn't gonna say no names, but y'all knew what we was talking about. I guess post, that's a nuclear fallout. They ain't got no lotion.
I don't care. We gonna find a way.
You're right. We would find a way. Cocoa butter would have survived, or I would have just taken that into my fallout with. I'm taking lotion. I'm not coming out of this monk ass.
Taking lotion and leave-in conditioner. You don't know who survived, and they ain't got that many options.
So, yes, just absolutely stunning shades of black, and there's so many shades, and they were done so well. And these are characters that play a pretty big integral role in Aloy's journey in this. So if you're a PlayStation user, definitely, if you have not already played Horizon Zero Dawn, I would definitely add it to the playlist. Yeah. And or you can just check us out on Twitch, check out the videos. I did not stream the ending because I didn't want to spoil the ending for people. So I just streamed most of the gameplay and getting through it. I'll be doing the side missions. I think I'm about to stop. Because I know in reality I'm not going to platinum this.
Have you looked to see how many trophies there are?
Oh, yeah. You got to get all the trophies. And just off the rip, you have to go find all those voice recordings and all these metal flowers. I ain't even doing that. I'm not going back for that.
Did you platinum Death Stranding?
No, I have not platinum Death Stranding. I'm probably going to go back to Death Stranding.
Go back to your UPS demo.
First off, Heffa, it is not a UPS demo. It is so much more than that.
It is. I'll give it. I've been hopping in and out of the Death Stranding.
Okay,
circle.
So you see. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go back because so in order to platinum Death Stranding, one of the trophies is you have to do like 700 deliveries, and I'm at like 2 and some change, and I put over 100 hours in that game. Like,
Gotta grind.
I need to go do something, because it's Anyway, so I will work on platinum Death Stranding. What else are you playing?
Death Stranding that's the last thing I've played because I really like when I play games. If I'm playing something, I want to just play just that for a while. So that's the only thing I'm stuck on. Mm-hmm. So I've been in and out of Death Stranding, and I've started watching
the cutscenes.
Yeah, I started watching the cutscenes.
I'll make sure to let Nathan know that you've been watching the cutscenes.
Yes, and I will say that you guys were right. It did add a lot.
Right?
Yeah, because one time I think I started because I accidentally watched the cutscene and I was like, oh, this is okay. I think it was after that third act of the game, after the little army scenes, when it really got me.
That is when the game really picks up after chapter 4 or chapter 3, because chapter 4 is that military. Is that chapter 4 or is that chapter 3?
I'm not sure. I know one of them, it was just that scene. Rogue.
Okay. Brief for you. I died a few times doing that shit. Glad you said brief, because at first I just didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, not gonna spoil. But okay, so Death Stranding is just a very multifaceted. But you gotta have time to play it. Like, you gotta be willing to put in the time. That's just what it is. Like, if you're not a person who's gonna play more than 8 to 10 hours of video games a week, it just might not be. If you're a person who puts in time on games and you do big open world RPGs, then hey, pick it up, give it a shot. What can it hurt? Nothing but your wallet. Unless you pick it up on sale. I think sales are going on, right? Or something on sale. I think Jedi Fallen Order is on sale again. Anyway, so now that I'm done Horizon, though, I think the next thing I'm going to stream is I will probably stream wrapping up A Plague Tale.
Ooh, I forgot. How was that for you? So you got the game. You've been playing it. Mm-hmm. Said it was beautiful. Yes. How are you enjoying it?
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I need to go back in it and figure out what happens to my little because these kids are just going through it, and I don't even remember what chapter I'm on because I've been playing like other things, but I really want to go back and finish A Plague Tale. So I think that's what I'll be streaming next is A Plague Stream, because it's a shorter game. I'm pretty sure it's a lot shorter than Horizon Zero Dawn was. And I was playing Horizon off stream and doing stuff. I think I'll just play A Plague Tale exclusively on just stream it on, just play it streaming. But anyways,
and I'll be streaming Concrete Genie. That's gonna be my first.
Oh, so you're gonna do Concrete Genie?
I am. I've been saving it so that I can, because it's such a beautiful game and
it deserves to be shared.
Yeah, it deserves my commentary.
Make sure you're not like under the influence of the too. Oh yes. All right, so I think that we covered everything that we planned on covering. So
that's a podcast.
That is a podcast. Hey. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We are at House of Blurs. You can now find us streaming on Twitch. Follow Nicole May Cry if you're on the Twitch thing, or if you're getting new to it. So kind of are we. So feel free to check us out. Make sure to share this podcast, like this podcast, rate, review, tell a friend. If you're on Twitter, use the hashtag PodIn. That's a now listening hashtag. Lets other people know what you're listening to, as well as a great way to find some other amazing podcasters out there. But other than that, until next time, take care of yourselves and be good to each other.